Hi, welcome to Zgadgetreview. Do me a huge favor, and before we get started, go ahead and subscribe by hitting the big red button down there or the little watermark in the corner. Thank you. Ubisoft released their earnings for the year, and there is a lot of information that came out of that release. Let's start with release windows for games that have been delayed and games that people have actually been waiting for at least 2 years now. So we have Far Cry 6, and the game isn't going to come out until 2022. The expectation is sometime before March 31st, 2022. So it most likely be one of those releases that happen at the beginning of 2022. So mark that in your calendar. We will also get Roller Champions, The Division Heartland, that new game that was just announced, will also come out sometime during that period before March 2022. And then finally, we have Rainbow Six Quarantine, which also is planned to have that release window. So those games should be expected. I will say probably, if I was pressed to actually guess, I will say holiday 2021, beginning of 2022, because it's a lot of games to be released at the beginning of 2022, don't you think? And there will be a lot of cannibalization between games. But you know what? No, because that's what Ubisoft does. Didn't they just release Assassin's Creed Valhalla and Watch Dogs Legion, whatever that name of that game is, pretty much within the same window? And so, yeah, I don't think it will be a big deal for them. That's kind of how Ubisoft works. So, hey, we could get all these games at once. Now, if you've been waiting for Skull and Bones, you still have to wait. Skull and Bones was announced at E3 2017 with a release in 2018. Then they went quiet on the game, nobody knew anything, and then it was finally announced that they had retooled the game and they were going to make it differently than what they were originally thinking of doing. And the game has delayed after delay after delay. And now they have finally said that the game won't release until between April 1st, 2022 and March 31st, 2023. So we have about another year to 2 years if they push it all the way to 2023 for the game to come out. So don't hold your breath. Now, the next thing that caught my eye was this part. It seems that Ubisoft is going to be moving to more free-to-play games, which is just really bad to hear, because do we need more free-to-play games? Like, I know the free-to-play games make tons of money for the publishers, right? Fortnite, Apex Legends, Call of Duty Warzone, PUBG. And that's just the ones that I can think of the top of my head. There's a bunch of other games out there that are free to play. They announced pretty much that they are going to switch their whole strategy from releasing 3 to 4 premium AAA games a year to pretty much focusing on AAA games that are free to play. I'm going to read you this from VGC. In line with the evolution of our high-quality lineup that is increasingly diverse, we're moving on from our prior comment regarding releasing 3 to 4 premium AAA games a year, said Ubisoft Chief Financial Officer Frederick Duguid. It is indeed no longer a proper indication of our value creation dynamics. For example, our expectations for Just Dance and Riders Republic are consistent with some of the industry's AAA performers. Additionally, we are building high-end, free-to-play games to be trending towards AAA ambitions over the long term, he added. So what pretty much is saying is that Just Dance and Riders Republic did pretty good and in line with other AAA titles, but that they could do better than what these games did. And so because of that reason, they're going to focus on free-to-play games that are going to work better towards their AAA ambitions. Meaning that it is cheaper for us to make a free-to-play game that is good looking than to put money into a AAA game and get money once. Because with a free-to-play game, you can make money forever as long as the game works and runs. And all you have to do is make updates on the game, which is a lot cheaper than making a brand new game from the ground up. And this does not bode well for us people who play games. I'm not going to say that I'm a gamer, but I do play games. And seeing that the industry is moving towards this free-to-play model that has become so popular and successful, from a business standpoint, 100% makes sense. You don't need to spend as much money to develop. You have the game working, running, and you just add little things into it. You do the battle pass that everybody does. People pay for the battle pass, and then they buy extra cosmetics and things, and you make billions of dollars. So the model as a business, 100% agree, makes sense. The business is to make money. But from a games standpoint, from a experience standpoint, from a playing video games to entertain yourself, to immerse yourself, to experience new stories and all these things, that seems like it's becoming secondary than let's make some money. Seeing that Ubisoft is saying pretty much, hey, you know what? We had said we're going to invest into 3 to 4 AAA games per year. We decided, you know what? That's a bad idea. It's stupid from us to do that. We'll just put out one AAA game and a free-to-play game, and we are set. And then we'll just continue working the free-to-play game to oblivion. They kind of have been testing this with Rainbow Six Siege. Rainbow Six Siege is what? I think 2015 the game came out and still going on strong. But it's not a free-to-play game. You have to pay full price in order to access that game. And then if you want, the operators and all that, I think that's what they're called, you have to buy the season pass in order to get those extra operators and skins and weapons and all this stuff. So that game is making them so much money that they have realized and said, what are we doing? Why are we spending all this time and money on making new AAA games when we can just work this game and make tons of money on it? And that is what's going to happen with The Division, the first AAA free-to-play game that is going to be coming out next year. It is not a good thing when developers do this. And there's something called market saturation as well. When you have too much of one thing, the market just stops responding to it. And right now I feel like we have a lot of free-to-play games, especially these battle royale games that everybody and their mom seems to be putting out with different twists and changes. But at the end of the day, technically it's the same game. And you only have so much time in a day to play these games. I think at one point the market's going to say no more. And if they run these franchises to the ground, then what's going to happen? Or maybe it's a good thing, run the franchises to the ground so you can start brand new ones from zero and give us better new experiences. I don't know. I just don't like that Ubisoft has come out and say, you know what? We're going to make free-to-play games from now on. Screw AAA titles. AAA titles are going to become our secondary source of income. Our primary source of income is going to be free-to-play games. Huh. Are you concerned about Ubisoft changing their way of doing business and becoming a free-to-play developer pretty much? Or are you not worried? Are you excited about this new thing that Ubisoft is going to be doing? Let me know in the comment section. I would really like to know. That's it for me. Go ahead and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. Go ahead and hit that bell so you can be alerted every time we have new videos. And thank you very much for watching.